Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about oogenesis, which is the second part of this video. The process of the formation of a mature female gamete is called as oogenesis. So what is oogenesis? It is the process of formation of a mature female gamete which is markedly different from the spermatogenesis. So ये जो oogenesis है ये different होता है spermatogenesis से. So oogenesis it is initiated during a embryonic development. जब fetal का development होता है तब oogenesis start होता है. It is initiated during the embryonic development stage when a couples of million gamete mother cells which are known as oogonia are formed within each of the fetal ovary. So जब fetal womb के अंदर होता है तब उसके ओवरी में फीटल के ओवरी में oogonia produced होते हैं. They initiate the process in oogenesis is the process which initiate during the embryonic development, which is very important. So it initiate during the embryonic development stage when a couples of millions of the gamete mother cells which is called as oogonia. So बहुत millions oogonias produced होते हैं into the fetal ovary. No more oogonias are formed and added after the birth. एक बार birth होने के बाद oogonias add नहीं होते हैं, ना कि वो form होते हैं. These cells start division and enters into a prophase 1 of a meiotic division and get temporarily arrested at this stage which is called as primary oocyte. So let's discuss about these in detail. Actually a meiosis 1 is a reduction division. It's a reduction division which means from 2 n that is called as from diploid it will become a haploid. Okay, and meiosis 2 is a equational, it is a equation division which means from n it will become n, that is from haploid it will become haploid, or from diploid to diploid. So once this is clear, this is a primary oocyte. Okay, so this primary oocyte will get surrounded like this by a granulosa cell, and which makes it a primary follicle. Okay, so the primary oocytes get surrounded by a layer of granulosa cells which is called as primary follicle. Same way, if suppose this will get surrounded by more layers of the granulosa cell, this is called as secondary follicles. Again, if suppose it will get surrounded by more and more granulosa cells which will make it a tertiary follicle. Okay, so once this is clear we can discuss. This is a primary follicles. This is a primary oocytes which you can see, which will be get surrounded by a layer. So the primary oocytes will get surrounded by a layer of granulosa cell which is called as primary follicle. The primary follicle, so large numbers of the follicles will degenerate during the phase from birth to puberty. From birth to puberty, large numbers of the follicles will degenerate. There are many, but some of them will degenerate, and at puberty only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are left in each of the ovary. So each of the ovary, how many follicles are left? Primary follicles are left only 60 to 80,000. So most of them will get degenerate. So the primary follicles will get surrounded by more layer of the granulosa. Like this, they will get surrounded by more layer of the granulosa cell, and a new theca will be formed that is called as secondary. So this is a secondary follicle. So secondary follicle will get transferred into a tertiary follicle. So tertiary follicles, it has a fluid filled antrum. So like this. So it has a fluid filled antrum. So this is a characteristic features of the tertiary follicles, which has a antrum. Okay. So these tertiary follicles will get converts into mature follicles, which is called as Graafian follicles, and the ruptures of these Graafian follicles will release a secondary oocyte. So this will release what? Secondary oocyte. After ovulation, that is called as, so after the release of the secondary oocyte, so this secondary oocyte is released during the ovulation, and this is called as the remaining cells of the Graafian follicles, which will undergo structural and functional changes, which is called as what? Corpus luteum. This is a oogonia, which is diploid, so it will undergo a mitotic division and it will produce a primary oocyte. So we have already discussed that the primary oocytes, it will get arrested at prophase 1 of the meiotic division, and it will arrested meaning there will be pause in the process of the formation, or you can say maturations of the ovum, or the formation of the ovum. So it will get arrested, means there is a pause, unless and until the female reach a puberty. Once the female had reached a puberty, these primary oocytes, which is present within the tertiary follicle, see, this is a tertiary follicles within which the primary oocyte is present. Okay, that will grow in size and completes its first meiotic division. So meiotic division meaning what? Reduction division. So it will completes its first meiotic division, which is an unequal division. So it will result in the formation of a large haploid secondary oocyte. So this is a secondary oocyte which is present. So the primary oocytes, it will undergo meiosis 1 and it will produce a large haploid secondary oocyte and a tiny first polar body. So this is our tiny first polar body which is formed. So these tertiary follicles will get matures into the Graafian follicle. See, it will get matures into a Graafian follicles. The secondary oocytes forms a new membrane which is called as zona pellucida surrounding it, and the Graafian follicle will ruptures and release the secondary oocyte, that is the ovum. So we have seen till now that it has undergone a the primary oocytes has undergone a meiosis 1 and it has result into formation of the secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte will undergo meiosis 2 and it will result into formation of the second polar body and the ovum. Okay, but we have already discussed what? That because of the ruptures of the Graafian follicle, there is a release of the secondary oocyte. So when these will form, when the second meiosis will form, the second meiosis will only form after fertilization. If suppose fertilization had occurred, then only the second meiosis will takes place. Second meiosis meaning that the secondary oocytes will complete. This secondary oocyte which is present, it will complete the second meiotic division only if fertilization has taken place to become what? Egg, meaning to become a ovum, and it will release a second polar body. Each primary oocyte gets surrounded by a layer of granulosa cell which is called as primary follicles. So this is a primary oocytes which will get surrounded by a layer of granulosa cells, and this is known as primary follicle. Okay. Large number of these follicle degenerates during the phase from birth to puberty. So most of the follicles will degenerate from the phase from birth to puberty, and at puberty there are only 60 to 80,000 of the primary follicles which are left. The ovary In the ovary, the primary follicles will get surrounded by a more layers of the granulosa cells and a new theca which is called as secondary follicles. So once it is get surrounded by the more layers of the granulosa cells and a new theca which is called as secondary follicle. Secondary follicle will soon transfer into the tertiary follicles and it is characterized by a fluid filled antrum. So like this, a fluid filled antrum which will be present in the tertiary follicle. So this is a fluid filled antrum which is present within the so it is the antrum which is present, which is a fluid filled cavity. The theca layer is organized into a inner interna and outer externa. At this stage, the primary oocytes within the tertiary follicle will grow in size and completes its first meiotic division. It is an unequal division which will result into formation of the large haploid secondary oocytes and a first tiny polar body. Secondary oocyte will retain a bulk of the nutrient-rich cytoplasm from the primary oocyte. So these secondary oocytes, the bulk of the nutrients which is present, it will retain it from the primary oocytes. The tertiary follicles further changes into mature follicles which is also known as Graafian follicle. The secondary oocytes forms a new membrane which is called as zona pellucida surrounding it. Very important. So the Graafian follicle will now rupture. So like this which is present, no, it will get rupture and it will release the secondary oocyte. So what it is released is basically a secondary oocyte. The secondary oocytes, we have already discussed that the secondary oocyte, if suppose the fertilization occur, then it will undergo a meiosis 2 which is called as equational division and it will produce a ovum. So this is a ovum and a second polar body. The Graafian follicles now ruptures and release a secondary oocyte or ovum from the ovary by the process called as ovulation. So here it is given ovum, but secondary oocyte is not actually a ovum. So ovum is a mature and secondary oocyte is not mature. So what is released during a ovulation is the secondary oocyte, and these secondary oocytes will undergo meiosis 2, that is called as what? Equational division, to produce a ovum. So to produce the ovum and a second polar body, and this is a second polar body. But this process will only takes place if there is a fertilization has taken place. Suppose fertilization has taken place, then only this secondary oocyte which is present, it will undergo second meiotic division to produce a ovum and a second polar body. If suppose the fertilization has not taken place, then this process will also not takes place, and this oocyte, that is secondary oocytes, it will degenerate. This is a primary oocyte which is present. So surrounded by it is a granulosa cell which is called as primary follicle. More layer of granulosa cells if surrounds it which is called as secondary follicles, and it has a thecal layer which is called as interna and the externa. So again it will get transferred into tertiary follicles, and tertiary follicles is characterized by a fluid filled cavity which is called as antrum which is present. So here also primary oocyte is present, here also primary oocyte is present, here also primary. So primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicles all contain primary oocyte. So the tertiary follicles will get transferred into a Graafian follicles which is called as mature follicles. So Graafian follicle will release a secondary oocyte. So secondary oocyte is released during ovulation. So during ovulation what is released is secondary oocyte because of the ruptures of the Graafian follicles. These remnant of the follicles which are present, they will form corpus luteum. So here we have seen that oogonia, which is diploid, it will undergo a mitotic division to produce what? Primary oocyte. So which will get arrested at prophase 1 of the meiotic division unless and until the female reach puberty or attain a puberty. Once the female has attained puberty, this will undergo first meiotic division. This primary oocyte which is present, it will undergo first meiotic division to produce a secondary oocyte. This is a secondary oocyte and a first polar body. So tiny polar body is formed and the secondary oocyte, large haploid secondary oocyte is formed. This large secondary oocyte which is released during ovulation because of the ruptures of the Graafian follicles. So see, if suppose fertilization has taken place, then only this secondary oocyte will undergo second meiotic division to produce the second polar body and the ovum. And suppose if there is no fertilization, then this process will not take place.